This is the SES Defender of Freedom uploading data log for days 285 through 291 of the Second Galactic War. Hello Data Archive. In the past week, the Democracy Space Station has proven to be a tremendously powerful tool, as we have begun taking back our planets in the fallout of the events of last week. When we began on day 285, Super Earth Day November 19th, the ongoing major order was to liberate more planets and loss against our freedom-hating enemies. The last time we had a major order such as this, we had a very familiar situation. Now with the lead and the requirements for the major order met, the only thing that could cause the major order to fail is if Ember was not defended. So Helldivers then deployed primarily to... Wait, where'd they go? Oh no. But of course this time we have the new, unquestionably effective DSS, combined with the brilliant collective mind of the Helldivers controlling it. Thus seizing the opportunity once again for a gambit defense by liberating Liber. The Helldivers, unfortunately, just fell short of accomplishing the gambit. However, as expected, all was according to the Helldivers' plan. Liber was still liberated several hours later, and now the Socialist Toaster Brigade found themselves cornered with no escape. With their reinforcements limited while trapped, High Command seized the opportunity created by the Helldivers, and authorized autocannons to all Helldivers deploying to the planet. Helldivers dropped to Ember immediately to finish off the Jet Brigade, voting to move the DSS to the planet by the end of the day. Though no tactical actions were available by the DSS, it was a beacon for Helldivers to support the cause. Thus, with the expert actions of the Helldivers, Ember was successfully liberated, and the Jet Brigade was destroyed once again. But High Command advises that this will only be temporary. In order to permanently scrap the Jet Brigade, we must find and destroy the production facility located somewhere deep in bot territory. Reviewing the efficacy of the DSS, despite providing no additional tactical support, the presence of the DSS seemed to only increase Helldiver presence on the planet, despite the fire tornadoes. Following Ember's liberation, Helldivers decided to liberate Crima next, and through democracy, the DSS was also directed there that evening, activating the orbital blockade, locking down terminid spores leaving the planet, as well as diverting excess manpower to Super Destroyer logistical support, thus activating Hellpod space optimization for all Super Destroyers deployed to the planet. This bolstered Helldiver deployment and accelerated progress of the liberation campaign throughout the night into the next day. But as Crima was near liberation, a massive automaton attack was launched on the south from every adjacent planet. Focus remained on Crima to complete the liberation, and this time the influence of the DSS was much more significant. Helldiver deployment spiked as soon as it was deployed, resulting in a swift liberation. In the past days, a small fleet of Helldiver super destroyers have ever so slowly been liberating Garharan. Deciding the attack on the south would not be worthwhile to defend for now, Helldivers voted to support this valiant effort on Garharan by sending the DSS to the planet to bring attention to the rest of the fleet. Throughout the night into day 288, Helldivers were not able to defend against the massive automaton attack, and the south was unfortunately lost. However, to maintain our lead, Garharan saw successful liberation just a few hours later. The effects are very clear. The DSS, with the tactical action activated or not, is a means to direct the majority of the fleet. As soon as the DSS was deployed, support for Garharan rose by over 50%. Helldivers then primarily deployed to Lesath, however Lesath was unavailable to vote for the DSS's next deployment. Thus Helldivers voted to send the DSS to Vog-Sojoth. What? Okay, Vog-Sojoth. Vog-Sojoth.
The Vog-Sojoth system.
Okay, the DSS arrived on Vog, and activated the Eagle Storm. And in their excitement, Helldivers abandoned their efforts on the south to support,
Vog-Sojoth system.
The support of the Eagle Storm significantly bolstered Helldiver efforts on the planet, and with the orbital bombardment nearly ready to finish the job, the DSS has voted to move back to the south. The DSS's deployment to Vog resulted in a shiftway planet at 0% liberation that had never been seen before, raising the liberation of the planet by 60% in 24 hours. Wait, why did it move off of Vog then? Well, I'm sure that there is some sort of strategic genius to be seen by the Helldivers here. And without thinking twice, Helldivers once again abandoned the liberation campaign at 60% and moved to Lesath. Progress remained on Lesath through into the next day, and by the afternoon, we had successfully completed the major order, increasing the number of planets controlled by Super Earth by 2. Throughout the major order, Helldivers were able to rout the Jet Brigade on Ember, though their rebuilding looms. The DSS, especially under the intelligent direction of democracy, has proven to be an undeniable non-zero utility. And with systems recalibrations ongoing with the DSS, we should expect to continue to see non-zero benefit provided by our new tool. Lesoth remained the focus for the remainder of the day, with the planetary bombardment receiving plenty of funding to activate by the evening. And this time, the DSS has voted to remain on Lesoth, and the planetary bombardment was activated. Though Helldiver casualties remained slightly higher than expected, the provided shield generator relays gave brief protection from the might of the DSS. Brave Helldivers continued their efforts under the planetary bombardment on Lesoth through the night into the next day, when 2 new attacks began on Fenrir 3 and Zania Prime. Focus split between Lesoth and Fenrir 3 until Lesoth was once again liberated. Despite seemingly a small fraction of Helldivers showing cowardice shortly after the barrage began, the planetary barrage significantly increased liberation efforts, effectively liberating the planet on its own. Throughout the duration of the barrage, liberation progress appeared to double. And 1 hour after taking back Lesoth, the new major order arrived. The Ministry of Defense is conducting a machine gun efficacy review, and Helldivers are ordered to kill Terminids with a stalwart, machine gun, or heavy machine gun to determine which is the most effective. The first machine gun to reach 500 million kills will be declared the victor. And citizens who worked on the factory lines for the winning weapon will be given a free lunch hour. Thus, for the remainder of the day, Helldivers deployed primarily in the defense of Fenrir 3, and by the end of the day, the DSS moved to Vog and activated the orbital blockade. This concludes this data log data archive. After half a day, it seems all 3 of the kill counts for the machine guns are significantly underperforming, but thus far, our own Helldiver favorite MG43 is still in the lead. The Defender of Freedom is deploying Helldivers to Fenrir 3.